Alright, so looking at these two compositions right here, for the blue side, they have a very strong disengage and safe bot lane with the Ezreal and the Janna, so when team fights come around, if the Rengar, the RA try to follow up the Morgana binding of the xCheekiex, they can try to peel off, use the control of the Veigar event horizon to basically control the area, disengage fights, while you eventually have the Mumu set up a massive AoE for the wombo combo of the True Shot Barrage, the Veigar Burst, and Singe just running amok. For the red side, they have much more of a pick composition. I mean, their late game strength is definitely in their Nasus, who is their strongest champion in the very late game. Ashe is a very strong sustained damage 80 carry late game, but early on, kind of on the more underwhelming side. And Rengar is going to be someone who's going to be capable of 100 to 0-ing the Ezreal and the Veigar, but both of them have ways of dealing with the Rengar. Veigar with the Event Horizon to completely block the Rengar ultimate engage, and Ezreal with his built-in flash to try to dodge the Rengar when he comes in. But again, the purple side, red side, whatever you want to call them, have a lot more leniency when it comes to actually engaging the team fights. You have the xCheekiex, you have Morgana binding, you have the RE like Charm, and then if someone's ever on their own split pushing, you have Rengar to try to go for a kill. So right now, everyone's kind of just chilling out right now. No wards actually in this brush. Red side played more defensive wards than anything, trying to get a secured start for Rengar, as he actually has a fairly slow early clear. He has no built-in sustain really besides his empowered W, the Primal Roar. Battle Roar, my bad. And once again, Fr3akSh0w is going to be the primary focus of this game, but we also do have Cheeky on, xCheekiex, I apologize, on the support Morgana, so we will try to cover those two about equally. Mid lane right now, nothing really going on. We do see a Singe doing what a Singe does naturally, going into the back, getting a proxy started. For Nasus, that's actually not much of a problem, because he kind of wants to be able to just farm his Siphoning Strike in peace. And he has built-in lifesteal too, so he's actually in a very safe spot. I mean, he's going to take a little bit of damage, but not that overwhelming. Rengar is actually going to be going through, trying to hunt the Amumu, and he does find him at this point. Hops back into the brush just to get another proc off, and instead he's just going to disengage. He's going to try to go for the red buff. He still has a smite. Veigar's over here though, so he needs to be extremely careful. He's trying to call for the help of the Ahri, and it actually resets. It's actually wastes time on both junglers and everything, but Amumu is a little bit low, whereas Rengar has all stacks up, so he could try to go on the Veigar if anything happens. He does get the bola, but does not get the leap to follow up. Ahri had already disengaged and gone back to the middle lane. Meanwhile, on the bot side, they actually have a very good trade going onto the Ezreal. Ashe is a little bit low as well, but the Black Shield protecting her from any further CC or magic abilities. Finding almost lands onto the Ezreal, but not enough. The top lane Singe, I think he's already worked himself away around, recalled back to base, bought himself some boots and everything. He's going to try to harass the Nasus right now, because Singe is very strong against Nasus early on. The poison does a considerable amount of damage, and Nasus doesn't really have any answers for that. Rengar has cleared up his red buff. He does get it at this point. He should be able to hit level 3 off of this. Ooh, and Singe trying to go for the Nasus right here, and this should be a kill once he gets a Fling. Fling should be up any second, actually. He's actually low on the mana. Nasus chasing into it, though. That could be his demise. The poison might be enough. No, it is not. Nasus lives. Singe lives. The only good news is that Nasus does have a teleport, so at this point he should try to go home. Or if anything, Rengar should be V-lining straight for this lane right now and try to go for a gank. But at this point he's trying to get the Scuttle Crab. Singe does not have a ward down, so if there's ever a time for him to go gank a lane, this is on a platter right now. Singe used all of his summoners. Fr3akSh0w, what are you doing? There you go. Get on this. Nasus just needs to wither just to slow him down and hold him in place. Rengar's not even going to wait. He's just going to go right on in. He does lightning power bullet, lands in the second one for a slow, and at this point, yeah, Singe is dead. First blood does go over the Rengar. Can he dodge anything? No, he cannot. Mumu gets the follow-up kill to even it up, but the first blood did go over the Rengar. Nasus did not get an assist, though. But again, Rengar is the champion. You want him to try to get an early lead, because generally, he kind of just farms until level 6 and then goes for a gank, because he doesn't have much presence early on unless an opponent is truly overextending themselves, like in that case right there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, I mean, Ahri and Veigar are both farming. Ahri with a very inconsequential lead. I mean, it's nothing really at this point. Bot lane's a little bit more of a bloodbath. Ezreal actually jumping in hard onto the Ashe, and actually Summoner's blown, and both exhaust, both heal. Morgana's trying to do what she can to save the Janna. Janna pops the shield on herself to give some extra damage. They're going to chase Morgana down. Morgana does have a binding and lands it onto the Janna. At this point, both AD carries are bleeding red, but a little bit more on the Ashe. One more auto attack would be the fatal kill. We have an Amumu coming up top lane trying to gank the Nasus. Nasus does not have any summoners up. He's just trying to buy time. Rengar needs to try to come over, but at this point, it is already a dead story. Rengar knows this. He's not even going to bother to try to help. And the kill does go over to... Singe gets the kill with the flank. So Rengar right now is just trying to power play through the jungle. Amumu is already level 4, even though he's slightly behind in CS, just because he got, the assist experience. That's why. Okay. Rengar did just hit level 4, though, and he went with the Trailblazer. So this actually... Rengar has like 3 different paths you can go for your Smite upgrade. The Trailblazer obviously is very good if you want to be able to keep yourself healthy and sustained. Doesn't give you any combat stats. Ooh, Nasus gets the wither. He's just going in on Singe. Can he get one more Siphoning Strike? He needs another auto, but Singe is just going to crawl himself away. And Nasus is going to be a little bit low. He's actually going to miss out on a little bit of Siphoning Strike farm at this point. But Trailblazer is very good for Rengar, who actually takes the second blue, which actually is a good point, because, I mean, he was only level 4. He was considerably behind experience where he should be right now. I mean, if you're in a perfect world, you should be level 5, like 1 camp away from level 6 when you do that camp. Now, Janna is over here and spots the Rengar. Rengar does see the ward. He hits level 5 at this point, but Janna's just going for vision, pieces out, knows that the blue is gone, and just gains some knowledge on the field. Cheeky is following up right now, trying to get some vision, possibly on the dragon, seeing if anything's going on. Rengar is going to go for the Scuttle Crab. He is on top of a pink. He's probably going to realize that pretty soon. Amumu is coming over, trying to go for a steal. Rengar does get the Scuttle Crab, and now he's getting pincered by the Amumu, but they both disengage at this point. So Trailblazer, good if you want to sustain on Rengar, stay healthy, but nothing else in fights. The Chilling Smite upgrade, really good if you want to try to help land your bolas for your engages, because that's the primary gank for Rengar. You build up 5 stacks of your passive, you go invisible, and when you're leaving in the air, you fire an powered bola to, one, it gets actually a pretty decent burst damage, but more importantly, you're locking them down so they can't avoid the rest of your onslaught. And then the final one is Skirmisher, gives you true damage on your basic attacks and makes you slightly tankier, since most Rengars build Glass Cannon. Morgana does land the bind on the Ezreal. Basically, the shield, though, from Janna is going to eat it all up. Black Shield does not do nearly as much for the Ashe. Ooh, and Ezreal landing some pretty good mystic shots across the field right now. Ahri still with a very minute CS lead. Veigar going for that early Athene's Holy Grail was Ahri already has a needlessly large rod, which shows she probably wants to go for Luden's Echo, so she has stronger wave clear and better engage possibilities. Rengar actually does get a kill top lane. Both he and Nasus are pretty low. Rengar did use an ultimate, so I'm presuming he just used his ultimate, went in there, and got himself a kill. Bot lane, Ezreal is super, super low. Morgana is chasing for the kill. Lands the binding on the Ezreal. Ashe0w follows up. That's a kill for Cheeky at this point. Teleport coming in. This is going to be... Ooh, this is going to be Veigar. Veigar is going to go for a kill at this point. Black Shield is not enough. Veigar gets a kill on the Ashe. He's going to get a kill now onto Morgana as well. But they did get a 2 for 2. Forced to teleport, but Veigar got a double kill at this point. Ahri is coming down. She does have her ultimate, and she has Ignite, so she needs to go for Veigar. Veigar's Event Horizon is not up yet, so that window for opportunity is gone, but there were minions there to eat up any sort of charm. So right now, we are 4-4 in the game. The gold is virtually even. 2 kills, though, onto the Veigar, which could be problematic later on, because his ability power is just going to continue to ramp up to the point he will one-shot the Rengar. He will one-shot the Ashe, one-shot the Ahri, and likely one-shot the Morgana. Nasus will be the only one truly safe from the Veigar. But some of the good news is they already have a Warrior enchantment onto the Rengar for Fr3akSh0w, which means he's going to be in position. Oh, good charm from Ahri, but however, she gets stopped by the Event Horizon. She is going all in for the Veigar. Gets the Ignite down, but Veigar manages to flash to avoid the last of the Spirit Rush, and he just gimps himself away. Ahri's now running through coming back through the lane. She is going to be able to sustain back up. She has the passive up. And there she is, getting some health back in. Actually, a good amount of minions push too. Ooh, just avoids the stun. Right now, Rengar is trying to avoid the Singe. Singe is going in pretty hard at this point. Nasus is likely going to fall. Rengar given vision at this point. Think about wanting to join in. Nasus actually murders the Singe at this point. He might be a turn on to the Amumu. I doubt it at this point. Ooh, Rengar coming around just in case he needed to. But at this point, this should be a very dead... No, Mumu is actually out of mana. If Fr3akSh0w can get another stack up, he might be able to turn this around. And instead, no, he's just trying to kill a minion before he dies. And he does manage to get it. Nasus does crawl himself away. And that was actually a 1-for-0 exchange given over to the Nasus, who has himself a Spectre's Cowl and is looking towards a Merc Tread. So he's already looking at being nice and durable. Black... Oh, Dark Binding almost lands on the Ezreal. That would have been a for sure kill as Ashe had her Ashe arrow up. And I actually think that might be a safer engage actually to lead with the Ashe arrow. It's a much faster projectile, bigger hitbox. Lock down the Ezreal and then follow up the binding on the immobile target. So right now, going back up in top lane. Nasus at the point. Let's see what he's going on his siphoning strikes. Ooh, he's only at 105 at 11 minutes. He only had 61 CS, so he's been pressured a little bit from Singe, like constantly just proxying and pushing the wave in, and the fact that there have been a few kills already up there, so that will affect his farming. But still, Nasus does have that one kill. He's already got the Merc Tread, so he's going to be nice and durable. Looks like Rengar is trying to set up right now for the dragon possibly, or waiting for his ultimate to pop, which is going to be a few seconds, but he needs some stacks of his passive in order to make it anything use of it. I believe right now he's going to be trying to give the blue over to the R. He uses his smite in order to... Oh no, Rengar! Why, baby? Why? You're wasting so much. Because right now, that's... that was a dragon right there. They knew that Ezreal was getting pushed out of lane. They could have rotated over the dragon. Oh well, mistakes were made. Singe right now, being Singe, game of proxy going on. Veigar is just going through the jungle, clearing out jungle camps because he does not want to lay against the RA just yet. Primarily because he does not have his flash for one good reason, so he does have the mobility. So if he does get charmed, it's possible he could fall unless he lands a very clutch event horizon. They do get a kill on the bot lane. Janna does drop it. Here comes the Amumu. Morgana forced to flash. Bandage charge does not land at this point. Volley goes out perfectly to slow them down. Binding following up and everything. And that is a clean disengage for the bot lane as they secure a kill onto the Janna. But now Ahri is over here flanking the Amumu. Amumu casts Crystal Sand Money. Ahri is not at all tanky. She is in a lot of trouble at this point. Morgana is likely going to fall. Does to the Amumu. Veigar is going for the event horizon. Does not land. And that is actually a kill given back over to the blue team. Rengar is sitting up here with all of his passive stacks up. Possibly going to try to go for the Singe again. I mean, they have the option of the Wither. And here he comes. He's going in nice and hard. Singe knows it too. Oh man, that's just easy at this point. You get a Wither. At that point, Rengar doesn't even need to throw the Empowered Bola. He can just jump in with the Empowered Ravaging Claws. Savagery, okay, whatever. I like Ravaging Claws, sounds better. With the improved Savagery, just get a lot of burst damage down because he knows the Wither's going to be on by the time he gets 5 stacks, can still allow an Empowered Bola. But they saw that Rengar was top, so they're going to go for a dragon at this point. Mumu is nice and low without any mana, but it doesn't matter. He has enough health at this point. So that's going to be dragon number 1 for the blue team, going down at the 14-minute mark. Rengar is jungle clearing out the wolf camp, and the spirit of the wolf will scout him out. Ahri running for a life. The ultimate Veigar goes on Ahri and almost one-shots her. Ooh, Ezreal needs to be super careful diving to turn on Ahri. It's a good thing Ahri did not have a charm up, but that could have been a very dead Ezreal. Ezreal is firing the True Shot Barrage. It will not connect at this point, and he'll be nice and safe. Rengar almost has his ultimate up, going through clean out a ward at this point. And Ashe is actually sitting down here nice alone. She should be able to get this bot turret at this point. She has minions with her, and no one's coming to contest. But here is a teleport coming in from Veigar at this point. Actually, it gets canceled. Wow. So that's going to be a reduced cooldown for Veigar still. But again, they don't need to worry about the teleport for like another 2.5, 3 minutes. So right now, Rengar, he has himself the Boots of Ionia, so he has more cooldown reduction. He is working towards his Tiamat. So he's going to have more built-in wave clear. He's going to have higher like burst damage, just one-shot a carry when he jumps on them. I mean, he's almost able to one-shot the Singed, who is a far ways from scaling up. I mean, he's going for a Rylai's first. So that actually means while he'll be more effective at slowing down fights, he's not going to be that durable for now. And Cheeky gets instantly blown up. Good bandage toss right there, catching her completely off guard, and they just piled everything on top of her. And right now, Rengar trying to go for the Singe is actually going to fall. Oh, that's not shut down gold. Singe's ultimate is up. He is going to run super fast. Nasus is chasing. You do not chase. xCheekiex is up. Will she let it loose? Oh no. Ashe never fired the arrow despite it being up. They could have avoided that long chase if she just let it rip, kill the Singe, have him get out. And that's actually going to be another kill handed over at this point. When you have a cooldown as important as Ashe arrow, never be afraid to use it. There are times you want to hold on to it for the perfect engage, but if you have a situation like this, where your opponent is running a straight line and you have two allies chasing them down that just need to tap them once to kill, fire the arrow, get the kill, get out. Now Ashe, ooh, Nasus trying to go for the Vanguard at this point. Ashe arrow goes out, it will connect, and this should be a sure kill for the Nasus. Shut down gold, in fact, as well. And that Siphoning Strike is getting a little bit stronger. Where are we at this point? Only 216 at 16.5 minutes. Far from ideal, but it will work. Mumu actually blew the smite early, forced to use the Curse of the Sad Mummy just to try to secure it. Wow, that's a massive cooldown blown just to secure a blue buff at this point. Right now, red team should be grouping up to try to go for this mid turret. I mean, Veigar is still down. Curse of the Sad Mummy is gone too, so a lot of the team fight engage is gone at this point. Janus Shield will buy a little bit of time. Ooh, True Shot Barrage actually misses. I think actually the minions all went over it? At least it looks like the minions were all hopped over it. Ezreal does get the bot tower though in Constellation. Rengar is on the hunt at this point. Ooh, no. Rengar did not throw the Empowered Bola at the start. He went for the, Empowered Savagery, and oh, he got so close to land at this point. But at this point, he could die, actually. He needs to be very careful. Ezreal's going to try to hunt him down, but he just barely gets out. Meanwhile, the fight in the middle lane, Singe runs down and kills the Morgana. Fr3akSh0w, you disappointed me there. You had the shot, you just jump in, Empowered Bola. You hold Ezreal down. He can't jump, you murder. Morgana trying to do his best way clear at this point. Gets bandage tossed. Mumu is actually taking a lot of damage. Morgana, I mean, Ari being very greedy, trying to chase him down. Event Horizon does land, and that should be a very dead Morgana. That is another kill given to the Veigar. What's his bonus ability power at now? 98. So he almost has 100 of bonus ability power just from farming and killing people. So at this point now, blue team is, oh wow. xCheekiex does come out. However, Ezreal has so much damage, it's actually Rengar that secures the kill. And Nasus just going after what he wants, and actually, thank you, Janna. He will try to go for that Veigar. Black Shield should be coming out to let him just run amok. And it does. Oh, the minion body blocks the Dark Binding. And Nasus would not be denied. He does get himself. Oh no. The fling into the Event Horizon. Sorry, Cheeky, you did what you could. Rengar actually just blew his ultimate. I think he was trying to look for a flash and to realize, oh, there's a pink ward here. I probably should not do that. Dragon is up in 30 seconds along with the Baron at this point, although this should be pretty early for any team to try to go for the Baron. Veigar is still up, so he can basically one-shot these minions now with his Dark Meteor. Nasus is trying to do anything he can to not get CC'd by the Event Horizon, but instead impends his doom as he gets caught still by the Veigar. And again, more kills coming over. Let me see. We do have ourselves a blue Ezreal, by the way, as he already has that Iceborne Gauntlet. So, again, more kite potential from this team. You already have the Rylai's on the Singe, so possible if they're running away. The gas will slow people down. You have the Ezreal Qs to slow people down. Binding does not land, unfortunately. However, the charm does, but Ezreal has a lot of damage. And, oh, Rengar is just getting bounced all over the place. And that's actually be a kill. He is unable to secure the Singe at this point. But Morgana, Ripperoni, and at this point, it is actually starting to look pretty bad for blue team. They are starting to play sloppy. I mean, for the red team. Red team is starting to play sloppy at this point. They're choosing unfavorable fights. And like right now, Nass he wants to run in. He wants to get a kill. This is not the time to try to go for a kill. I mean, you guys haven't taken mid turret yet. You have a Veigar that's free farming top lane. You guys need to get some wave control in order to try to pull this game back around. And it looks like it's going to be Rengar actually going up to the top lane to try to soak that all up, if I'm correct. There we go. So, Rengar does have himself a Ravenous Hydra right now. He has home guards on his Boots of Lucidity, so he can basically come from base, darting full speed, try to set up. Nasus is really low at this point. He is going to drop. Rengar's going to go in. He's going to try to assassinate someone. Gets knocked out instantly by the Jan. Now he's running for the hills. And he's actually going to be chased. They do have vision of him still for the time being. Oh, Morgana. Cheeky falls again to the Veigar at this point. Veigar, he only has the Athene's Unholy Grail. I mean, I'm assuming at this point he has enough. Yes, he does have enough for... Oh, Fr3akSh0w. Wow, that Ezreal managed to outdo that Rengar thoroughly. He jumped into the brush showing no fear or anything. Veigar does have enough too, by the way, for that death cap, so his damage is going to spike massively the second he buys that item. So they thought they were getting bursted before. It is not looking good for purple side. I mean, they're not playing to their team's composition. They have a picked comp. They need to get vision, and not just get vision, but control it. Deny the vision to the enemy team. Make the Ezreal, make the Veigar, make them run into somewhere that they don't see while you guys set up a few people here. Unleash the Ash Arrow, unleash the Binding, unleash the Charm, anything. Lock them down and murder their faces in. They're not playing to their comp, which that's something that's actually frustrating about solo queue. People will pick champions, and the comp is obviously right there in front of them, and they refuse to play to their comp strength because they just want to do their own thing. Rengar is going to go and secure his red buff. He does have his ultimate back up and all 5 stacks. He is going to get spotted by this ward, though, so they won't know of his whereabouts. Binding and Charm both miss at this point, but right now they have the lane on the route on the mid lane. They should be going for this turret right now, not try to go for picks. And I don't even know if they can get at this point. I mean, Singe is just running right at him. Singe ultimate does go down, trying to get an engage at this point. He's going to land a fling, gets blocked by the spell shield. Morgana ultimate going down. They're trying to do everything they can to keep this Singe down, but he is so tanky, he's just not dying. The ignite should be enough at this point. It does go to Ahri. Ahri is now trying to flee away from the Ezreal. Volley disengages. They manage to get the Singe, but they barely do. So right now, they need to make use of this Singe, of this Nasus, who is getting the split push up top. Ahri gets the binding and everything. They get the Veigar, but he manages to flash out. Rengar goes for the kill and everything, gets locked down, forced to use his heal in order to escape. Veigar ultimate kills the Ashe at this point, and there are just bodies everywhere, but the blue side is so low. If Ahri, she has a flash of him, she can flash Charm and Ezreal. Ezreal will die. But at this point, Nasus is still trying to go for this push top. Veigar is without his flash and ultimate, so Nasus might be able to hunt him down. He does have enough MR to survive him for the time being. Blue team takes this mid interior turret right in front of the inhibitor. Ahri is relatively low and out of mana, so she's not going to be able to hold this off. And Nasus actually just runs over, kills the turret, says, fuck this, we're going to get some pressure, get some map control back. Dragon's up in mid 20. They're chasing the Nasus. Nasus is going nowhere. He's dead. Popping the ultimate, just trying to buy time, but gets flinged by Singe. There's nothing to be done. Oh, wow, it was good that they finally got the turret in the mid. The fact that Nasus had to basically give up his life for it to happen is kind of upsetting. So right now, blue team is going to be looking at the Baron. They do start it. And I think it's the red team do ping it out. Rengar is on the wrong side of the map. He does have ultimate, so he can use it to try to get over there. And I think he's going to have to. It is pinged out, though, so they will see him the second he goes in. Ashe. Good engage from Ari right there, getting them nice and low. Rengar is trying to go in full speed. Goes in, does not get an assassination. Instead, Rengar gets assassinated by the Veigar, but blue team is incredibly low if they're able to chase. Charm does land on the Veigar. Will they get the kill? They do, and it goes over to the Ashe at this point, but the Event Horizon buys time, and they're going to get out due to the improved recall timers. But they should be able to maybe get this turret out of Constellation. Ooh, Ezreal ulting the minions, making sure they don't get to the turret, so they have nothing to tank at this point. They're actually going in for the engage. Mumu gets a beautiful Curse of the Sad Mummy on most of the team right now. Mumu is taking a lot of damage. Nasus could fall. Ari is in a lot of danger. Ashe is in a lot of danger. Morgana is in a lot of danger. Ezreal is just cleaning up everyone in this game. This could be a double kill for Ezreal. That was actually very well played by the blue team to deny this turret from getting dropped. Red team had the map positioning to go over and try to get a push, while blue team was primarily backed off. Ezreal got a beautiful true shot barrage to kill the minions before they got to the turret. So red team had to tank so much damage trying to just drop it down. Mumu with a beautiful flash curse on the sad mummy to lock him in place, and then Ezreal just shows up and cleans house. And Ezreal does have a completed mirror mana. He has a last whisper. He has a frozen gauntlet, iceborne gauntlet, and at this point, ooh, is he actually going for an Infinity Edge? I actually find that to be a little peculiar, seeing as how he doesn't have any other crit items at this point. I would actually not be upset to see a Reaver on him. Rengar is over here. He knows he has not been spotted yet. However, there is a wolf spirit floating around. That's his, so it's all as well. He's looking for his ultimate. He wants to try to get onto this Ezreal or Veigar and get a kill at this point. And they need to basically guess where he's coming from. Ari takes a lot of damage. Rengar needs to go in. He needs to go in now. Damage does not land. Ari is dead. Rengar is going in, trying to do what he can at this point. They do manage to drop the Veigar, but Rengar is going to fall for it himself. Ezreal dives into the base. Does die for it in the end, and the shutdown gold does go over to Ashe. Meanwhile, Singe is pushing on that bottom lane. He has a rather good-sized minion wave with a cannon minion going in. He might be able to drop this down if he does not get answered. I don't think Ashe can really do anything. She has Ashe Arrow and Heal and Flash, but if Singe pops his ultimate, he will just chase her down. She recognizes this, does not even try to contest, and that will be an inhibitor turret taken down. So we have a 7,500 gold lead. Wait, 8.5, my bad. 8,500 gold lead for the blue side at this point. About 29 minutes in. Singe is running. They're not going to chase him. They're the Rylaites on the gas. Morgana blocks the fling with the black shield. And that's just going to be basically it. So Ezreal does have an Infinity Edge, which means for that 6th item, he could go for something like a Static Shiv or a Phantom Dancer and turn himself into a bit of an actual AD carry and basically rely on his cooldowns to keep him safe. Nasus is forced to pop the ultimate as he's running along. We were going in, gonna go for the Curse of the Sad Mummy, lands on 2. Nasus is still alive. Rengar tries to go for the Veigar, almost gets blown up himself. Singe is running full speed at this point. He is gonna get the fling on Rengar. Rengar falls. Singe is in a very bad spot, though. He might just fall, but the Event Horizon holds him at bay. Ashe Arrow is up. Ashe Arrow is up, and once again, she does not fire the damn thing. I mean, that's gotta be a bug. There's no reason that is still up. No, she goes for it. Ezreal actually dodges it. And that is actually huge. This Ashe is holding onto her arrow far too long. So many of these engages can be turned around or made far more productive for the red side if she's just not so hesitant and just unleashes it. So right now this gold gap is just getting bigger. There is an exposed inhibitor on the bot side. Rengar now has himself a Last Whisper, working on a pickaxe, so not quite sure he's going for that last item, but at this point he needs to give himself at least a Banshees or a Guardian Angel just so he can survive the burst of Veigar and try to continue on the fight. Ashe is going now for a play of the Rune King as well, so she's trying to get more attack speed and be able to self-peel for herself even more than just her Ice Arrows can provide for her. Binding does not land, as they're trying to look for maybe a cheeky play right there. Ahri at this point, she is so far behind. I mean, she has a Luden's Echo, she has an Abyssal Scepter, and that's it, but she has no built-in mana sustain, so while she has a little bit of damage, she has no way to keep it up. She needs some Viagra in that build. Right now, they're trying to secure vision inside the jungle. They're going to clear out this pig most likely. And oh man, all the skill shots in the world miss. Teleport coming in from Nasus, and nothing's going to come out of it. I mean, they had Janna caught out. And Ezreal just flat out destroys Ahri and Rengar by himself. That was insane. Like, Rengar just melted. Morgana is going to melt now. Triple kill. Now they're going for the Nasus at this point. Can he get a Penta? He's going to go over. He is going for it. He is hungry for it. He feels it's going to come, but I think it's too long. He is not even going to get a Quadra. It's going to be a delayed Penta at best. But Nasus has a lot of damage. Ezreal does not land. Nasus, ooh, Asho does get the kill on the Ezreal and shut down right there. But so Ezreal is huge. I mean, the fact that both both Ahri and Rengar were right here. I mean, Rengar's ultimate just ran out, so he could not jump onto the Ezreal, but that did not even matter. He just melted through him instantly. And even Rengar's taking so much damage from the Singed at this point. And yeah, he's dead. That's all there is to it. Now Singed is going to fall. And Ashe is starting to get some kills, and she will be a strong damage source. But again, unless Morgana's Black Shield is on point, and Ashe gets a defensive item, a Banshees or a Guardian Angel primarily, she's still going to die instantly to this Veigar. Woo! Morgana almost getting insta-killed. But thanks to Morgana having a bit of MR under her wings. And did she pop her Black Shield too? Yes, it was popped. Nasus, I'm not quite sure of what you're doing. I don't think he knows either. Rengar, though, is feeling hungry. But he is scared to go in at this point, and very well he should be. However, Ahri misses the charm again! Rengar is forced to flash out for fear of his life. Two-shot barrage goes across, clips onto the Ahri. Dragon is secure for the blue team. That is now their fourth dragon. The fifth dragon is a real possibility. Morgana is cut off. Kill goes on to Ashe, though. Ezreal does fall. They're trying to peel for the Ashe, but Singed just causing so much damage just running around. Ignite is down as well. Are they going to be able to keep Ashe alive? They need to peel off the Singed so hard. Nasus is going in. Doesn't even just barely tickles the Singed at this point. Binding does not land on Singed either. No, they should just take what they got and go home. There's no reason to be fighting this at this point. But they're going in anyways. Nasus does have some damage, but he is going to get kited. Event Horizon does land. Veigar going for the Ashe. Does not land it. Ultimate does, and actually the Q falls through and gets the Morgana too. That's a double kill for Ashe, whereas Nasus gets a double kill of his own. And these skill shots have been hard to watch this game. I mean, so many missed bolas, So many missed charms, so many missed bindings. And then if they don't miss, they don't throw it like Ash's arrow for the most part. Alright, so they get control of the scuttles. They're going to try to keep vision over the Baron. And Nasus could be dead. I'm pretty sure Nasus, yep, Nasus is dead. And Rengar now, yeah, he just needs to run. Okay. He does get the shutdown on the Amumu, barely kept alive, but that's gonna not be worth it if Ezreal is able to get these kills. He does go in and gets a double kill. Ashe, though, has Ezreal corner. Can he finish her off? He might. Triple kill does go over to Ezreal, but Ashe's last auto attack takes him down. I feel like every single time Ezreal gets 3 kills in a row, Ashe has always been there to clean up to get the shutdown goal. And that's how it's been going for like the past 15 minutes. But at this point, Ezreal is full build. He does have a Phantom Dancer, so he is like a typical AD carry where he has that 50+% AD crit chance. But then he has just so much massive built-in damage and just survivability, like mobility, slow, utility. I mean, this blue build Ezreal, well, partially, this is more of a hybrid blue build. He's been putting in work for his team. Ahri right now has another needlessly large rod. Not quite sure what she should be building on it. I think Azania is what she needs more than anything. Well, red team has managed to stall the game out a little bit, but it's still far from looking good, as the blue team has a 12,000 gold lead over the red squad. But there's a massive wave built up on bot side. Veigar does have teleport though, so even if they were to try to pressure another lane or the Baron right now, Veigar would be able to get there in time. And Amumu is actually looking like he might want to start the Baron. Rengar's on the wrong side of the map, so this could be something they could try to start. And they are starting it right now. They have just the tanks and the support right now. Ezreal is running as fast as he can. He is the majority of his team's damage, but still that Baron is falling. Hawkshot does come across, revealing everything that's going on. Second one does too, just to get a timer for it. Ahri goes in, misses the charm. Ezreal does jump over. Two-shot barrage goes across. Event Horizon locking the Morgana in place. Not going to be able to do anything. Curseless Dead Mummy. There goes Morgana. Mumu is likely going to... No, Mumu does still live, except for Rengar goes in, gets knocked around by the Monsoon. And once again, Ashe kills the Ezreal, but Ashe is the only one left standing, as there's a full power Singe running in with the rest of his friends. That is an ace. And yeah, they should be able to get the inhibitors. Death timers are long enough. Yep, they're going to get this inhibitor. I don't think they can end the game. They might be able to, actually. I think they're just going to rotate down and try to get the second inhibitor. I mean, they have Baron buff, so they can just group mid and push. Besides, 5th Dragon is up in a minute and a half as well, so they don't need to try to play anything too risky at this point. So blue side is just going to secure the side lane pressure, then go back, buy items, group mid, push it up, and then when Dragon's up, they can always just fall back to it, get 5th Dragon, and then try to play for the win. Yeah, but Red Squad, they're in a considerable amount of trouble right now. I actually don't think it's feasible for them to win at this point. I mean, they have to get not just one good pick, but they have to get like 3 clutch picks in a row just to stall out these inhibitors being pushed, and to get the dragon themselves too, because they still don't have a dragon. Now, while 5th Dragon is huge, 1st Dragon and 4th Dragon don't give too much of an advantage difference. Sure, there's a slight extra damage to monsters and minions and buildings, and slightly better like mobility. But when it comes to actual raw power and damage, the percentage base, I mean, it's basically even for 1st to 4th. And right now, red team needs to scale a little bit. Nasus getting caught out, and he is likely going to go down. Rengar going in, does get the Ezreal. Morgana actually pushes Rengar back into it, but Rengar almost dies, forced to jump back out and heal on the minions. Morgana is gonna die. Rengar is likely gonna die. Nope, Ezreal's not going in. And they're starting the 5th Dragon. This is going to be a secured and easy 5th Dragon for the blue team. Baron buff is worn out on them now, but they should be able to just group up mid and push for the win. Rengar goes over, insta-kills the Ahri with just the primordial burst. Nass is trying to go on a Vigar at this point, but it's not going to be enough. Yep, there's an ace. Ezreal is already pushing on to his Nexus turrets, and that's going to be game in about 40 minutes and 40 seconds. GG to the blue side. Fr3akSh0w, Cheeky, I'm clicking over your dead bodies. You tried your hardest, and the game's breaking. Good game.